Good morning. Welcome to Cass's Cards. I am Cass and these are my cards. So today is Monday, the 16th of October 2023. The moon's in Scorpio. If you're a little emotional, might be a little aggressive with, the moon and Mars sharing the sign of Scorpio. Anyway. Let's go ahead and dip into the cards, shall we? If you're here, welcome. This is my Plain Jane Tarot card reading. Doesn't matter where your sun, moon, rising, or any other sign is at the time of your birth. If you are here, there will be messages for you. That being said, take those messages with a grain of salt. You can do the same thing I did and go buy yourself a deck of tarot cards if you want. So, anyway, let's go ahead. See what today's energies are saying here. Angels, ancestors, thank you. Starting out with that Seven of Swords. That Seven of Swords has been pretty prominent, showing itself quite a bit. Temperance. Yeah, I don't know, you might have somebody lingering around, with some sneaky behavior, with some alternative motive of some sorts. Something's going on, something's happening behind your back, perhaps. So you can see this guy, he looks like, he's getting pleasure and joy out of stealing all those swords. Does he think he's doing a good service, doing a good deed because he's stealing the swords from those who are fighting? Maybe. Does he get pleasure, satisfaction out of stealing those swords because he's a thief and he got away with stealing those swords? He didn't have any justice, anything that stopped him? Maybe. Watch out for sneaky people. Watch out for deceit. This guy thinks he's getting away with a lot right now. He thinks he's getting away with that wisdom, with that knowledge. With those swords. Little does he know how to use them, huh? I mean, look, he's holding them by the blade. That doesn't look very wise to me, does it? Alright, and then we've got the Temperance. Now is a time of standing back, of waiting, of patience, of letting divine timing do its work, of alchemizing. You can see that angel sitting there pouring water from one cup to the other. One foot in the water, one foot on the ground. I see that as trying to go with the flow of life, as well as keeping grounded. As much as that sounds like two opposites, it's really not. Staying grounded while going with the flow of life is actually pretty grounded energy when you think about it. That sun is shining in the background. This is just staying at peace, being in your bliss, being joyful, exuding patience, knowing that everything is working out, letting go and letting God. Maybe you're doing that right now with this situation. Maybe these are thoughts in your own head that are deceitful, that your ego is trying to largely play out here. Maybe these thoughts or what you're trying to calm down, to ground, to change into positive thoughts. Is it positive to you to go behind someone's back, steal their thoughts, steal their ideas, steal their hard work? I think not. God, what messages do we need? Yeah, you keep looking back to the past. You need to look forward, look to the future. These might be your own malicious thoughts here that you're having. Maybe you're looking to take revenge on somebody. Maybe somebody's hurt you so bad in your past, hurt your feelings, hurt your emotions, hurt your heart, that you're trying to stay patient. You're trying to show some form of forgiveness, but you can't help but have these awful feelings because you were done wrong, you were played dirty. But if you just stop looking this way and turned around, you would see those 2 cups standing tall, waiting for you to go fill them at the river right there. You can have abundance, you can have happiness, you can fulfill your heart and your emotions if you just look the other way, turn the other cheek. What else do you have for us today, angels, ancestors, guides? What messages? 1 flipped over. Another 5. 5 of Pentacles. You might be feeling down. You're worried about your finances. It's cold, it's dark. Winter is coming. These people, they look cold. They're wearing their rags, trying to stay warm. Worried about how they're going to make it on to the next day. And instead of turning around and going right there in that building for help, it looks abundant, right? All they have to do is go there and seek some shelter. They can help themselves. But instead they'd rather be cold and poor and lonely outside. Just trying to move on to the next fix, right? You don't have to live your life that way. I mean, look at these 2 cards. Both of them are showing you can just walk the other way. Turn around and look at the bright side of things. Help yourself. This is about helping yourself right now. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else can do that for you. You can pray. You can do whatever it is you want to do to bring your heaven to earth. But you have to make the first move. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to do the inner work. And sometimes you have to do the outer work too. Are you taking care of yourself? God, what other messages do we need for today, October 16th, please? Thank you. Thank you. You have people around that you can ask for help, that can get you out of this funk. Another 5, gosh. Got the 3 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. 5, 5, 5, it's all about changes. 5, 5, 5. I think if you just reach out to these people right here, they're going to show you the positive things in life. They're going to celebrate you. They're going to be there to help you however you may need. They're there to fill your cup, bring you joy, bring you happiness, bring love to your heart, to be celebrated. You've walked away. You've walked away from this egotistical jerk. Okay? Look at him. He's just standing there with his swords. Again, just, oh, look at me with all of these swords. Go ahead, walk away, you pansies. This one guy looks pretty sad, though. He's sitting there moping because he lost his sword. Why doesn't he turn around and go back and try to get his sword back instead of standing there crying about it? He doesn't want to put up the fight. This guy knows better. He just walked away and like, yeah, man, if it means that much to you, just keep the damn sword. I'll go get a new one. Which person are you on this card? Are you the greedy, egotistical one who just wants to take from people? And keep taking and taking and taking? Are you the one that just goes and pouts and cries about it? Poor me. I lost everything. I lost my sword. I'm out in the cold. My feelings are hurt. I'm excluded. What am I going to do to survive? Or are you going to be that person that just walks away and says, you know what? If just taking my knowledge, taking my wisdom, taking my work from me, my sword, makes you feel better at the end of the day, okay. Take it. I'll go find me a bigger, better sword. Clearly you need that more than I do because I'm sure in myself. I'm sure in my ways. I know I'll find something better. Thank you. What messages do you have for us, God? Another one flipped out there. Interesting. Alright. Oh, 4 more cards. Got another one fell on the ground. Okay, you got the Queen of Wands reversed. King of Swords. Page of Swords. And 7 of Wands. Lots of mental turmoil going on here, guys. Lots of mental turmoil. You've been feeling down on yourself. You haven't been confident. You've had issues with your self-image. But you realize that you're the only one who can make changes and do something about it. You realize that you need to change your mentality. That you have to go within, sit with your intuition, and figure out a strategy, figure out something you need to do, and stand in your truth. You need to stand in your truth and accept what is and defend what you believe in. Defend in what you believe is right. Don't keep going back and forth here, letting these people mess with your head, mess with your emotions. That's behind you. That's in the past. You just simply leave it there. And stand up for who you are right now. This will pass. It's time for a new change, a new way of being. Should never have to defend who you are to anybody. If they are right for you, they will accept you just as you are. The only reason they're trying to get into your head, get under your skin, fuck with your emotions is because they're mirroring themselves. Mirroring their negativities, their emotions, their insecurities against you. For what? To make themselves feel better at the end of the day? I mean, hurt people, don't they? I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be around people that get off on other people's misery. Misery loves company, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and see if we can get some clarification here with the Empress Oracle. Alright, what is it we need to know here? What is it we need to know? Angels, ancestors, help bring us some clarification to this story, to this deceit, to this hurtful behavior that we need to overcome. Alright, let's start with these. You have been ignoring your gut. Huh. Is that what this is all about? You're not listening to yourself? Not listening to your gut right now? What's going on with your internal dialogue? I think you know some truths here that you just don't want to accept. You know you need to defend yourself. You know you need to be more confident in your ways. You know what changes you need to make, but you're not listening. Wedding vows. Perhaps you're getting married. Perhaps you're going to be attending a wedding. Perhaps you're referring to some wedding vows that you once took months, years back, that you have or have not honored. That a person that your husband or wife have or have not honored. Vows are until death do you part, right? Have you kept those vows? Have you kept those promises? Or is that what you're sitting here going back to the past, stewing upon, thinking about? Rejection is God's protection. The whole reason you're feeling this way is because you feel a sense of rejection. But in the end, if you just let go, let God, trust, believe, you'll recognize it's all to protect you, to bring you something better, to end the situation that was dragging you down. This is the end of a cycle. This is the end of an old way of living. This is the end of looking back at the past. Recognizing that life is whatever you want to make of it, whatever work you want to put into it. Let's take 2 more cards here. Have you received bad advice from a friend or a family member? Has somebody been leading you in the wrong direction? Have you gotten off track? External advice does not matter. This could be the end of a friendship, an end of a relationship with a family member, maybe both. Maybe a family member is getting married to a friend. Maybe a friend is helping you drain your financial security. Maybe a family member is draining you. That's cash going straight down the drain. Maybe this person just sees you as a piggy bank, right? As a financial resource. I mean, look, they've spilt your cups over here, haven't they? They've stolen your swords. They sit here and want to play the pity party like they don't have a pot to piss in, but they're happy to come and drink from your cup. They're happy to tear you down time and time again and take your money, take your hard work, your finances. But then are they there for you when you need them? I bet if you really go down deep and listen, you know the answer to that question. You realize why these people are coming in and out of your life. It's because they're meant to not be in it anymore. God has rejected them from your life. They're just holding you back, holding you down. Let's see what the Shaman's Dream Oracle wants to tell us. God, what messages do we need to hear today, please? Thank you. We got number 50, Spirit of the River, movement towards adventure. And then we got number 58, Vanishing Mirror, ego sublimation. Interesting. There's a whole lot of ego playing out in these cards right now, too. Could be your ego. Could be a battle you're having with yourself. Your own mental chatter giving you a hard time. All right, let's read Spirit of the River, movement towards adventure, addiction to problems, allowing and trusting the current. The Spirit of the River invites you to step into the flow, to stop swimming against or avoiding the current. Allow the waters to carry you downstream, away from the eddies and whirlpools. It's time to heed the call of a new adventure waiting you. Stop working on the problem for a while. The issue is not what it seems. It is your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. Work to create a greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. There's nothing that you can accomplish with more efforting, as the situations in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control. Recognize this. Step back and trust the flow. There is no loss or face or lack of honor or integrity. It is simply the way things are at this moment. When this card appears, it is time to say yes to the next leg of your journey. Your life is like a river, inevitably and inexorably flowing to the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing water in the middle of the stream. Whatever it is you are holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs about how things are, or how they should or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of Spirit of the River. Simply let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride. All will be well. Let go, let God go with the flow of things, y'all. Don't let anything hold you back anymore. Wow, if that card didn't just sum up this reading, huh? Then we've got Vanishing Mirror, ego sublimation, letting go of self-centeredness, becoming a vessel of possibility. Do you ever wonder if your self-definition has become too rigid, too fixed around what you've come to learn, so that you contract your life into zones of safe versus unsafe? This here is okay, but over there, well, that might be too risky. Judgment, fear, self-righteousness, and overconfidence are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. People forget these things are ego. Judgment is ego. Fear is ego. Self-righteousness is ego. Overconfidence is ego. Like it says right here. Those are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. There are many, many more. Ego can be good. but it can also hold you back and block you from things, block you from moving forward. We are all products of our conditioning, so remember that this is part of the human experience. Yet you are not meant to remain static. Seeking only what you expect, even if it appears ambitious, is still too narrow. You go nowhere when you hesitate to move out of your comfort zone. When you focus too much on yourself, this way you become a servant of the ego. It edges God out, removing the magic of possibility. Imagine looking into a mirror and seeing only what you are now. If you can let go of your self-definition, soften, moving beyond the veil to your potential, a magic emptiness exists where all things are possible. Look again. Who could you be? What would you see reflected if you allowed yourself to be other than how you define yourself now? Nothing less is required of you now. In this moment, let go of who you are, who you think you are, and allow a new you to emerge. You will recognize yourself as what you are, a partner in co-creation, in service to the divine. Doesn't it feel good? Just close your eyes and really envision yourself looking into a mirror. What do you see? Who do you see? Is it the reflection you see every day? If you look past that reflection into your soul, into the window of your eyes, what do you see staring back at you? That reflection can be whatever you want it to be. Whew. Let's see what the angels want to tell us to close out the reading today. Angels, what message do you have for us? Thank you. Being within nature will give you the answers. Being with nature will give you the answers. Wow, what a beautiful reading today. This one was pretty powerful. Do the inner work, y'all. Do the inner work. Recognize your shadows. They're a part of you too. Something's holding you back from your true manifestations here. Recognize what that is and what you need to do to let go and to really trust and believe in the divine. It can be yours if you want it enough. Don't want it too much though, because you're just going to block yourself from it. Woo! Well, if you're still here with me, thank you very much for sticking around till the end, and I really do hope there were messages you needed to hear today. And until next time, wishing you all much peace, love, hugs, and happiness. Bye.